it's Deligracy here and welcome to a brand new video. In today's video, I'm just going to be summarizing an official live stream that went live quite early this morning in Australia from the Sims 4 team. They had a couple of devs actually showing the brand new stuff pack, My First Pet stuff, coming out next week. It was really cool to get an inside look on all the new things, and because this stream went for over an hour, I thought I would just pull out the main parts and discuss with you guys what I found interesting and what I thought you guys might want to know about. Of course, a lot of you guys would be aware this pack has had a lot of controversy. If you want to know more about that and my thoughts on it, I will link a video right now or in the description down below. But let's have a look at the live stream and see what you guys think. Okay, so basically the live stream started off with showing some of the new pet outfits that come with the stuff pack, and they're kind of going with this really cute theme of your Sims and their base game clothes can now be matching with their pets' clothes. So they showcased, for instance, this female Sim who has one of the new hairs. We'll come back to that in a little while, but this is a base game dress. I used that dress like a gazillion times. You can now have that dress in a series of different outfits for your pets. So here is the dress as a little dog outfit. Very, very cute, really adorable on this dog called Pippa. There's also a bigger dog version as well. And I mean, that looks pretty adorable on that Dalmatian. And then there's also, of course, a cat version too. So those of you guys who love cats, you can also get some of these outfits that match your Sims clothes for either cat or dog. Another dress that was in one of the free updates for the base game, you can also get on your pet pals as well. You can also tell that you obviously need the Sims 4 cats and dogs to access this part of the stuff pack, because if you don't have pets in your game, you can't wear the new pet clothes. So this is the part of the pack that you need cats and dogs for to access. And me personally, I feel like I don't really use pet clothes that much, so I'm not really sure why we have so many pet clothing options. But I mean, definitely let me know in the comments down below if this is something you would use a lot. But there does seem to be a lot of different outfits for pets in this pack. And also, I've got to say that this is pretty adorable, this onesie. I actually absolutely adore that. Even though I'm not that into the pet clothes, it's still really, really cute. This onesie actually comes in a new kids onesie outfit too. So this is a new one, and it does come in a series of swatches. I think it's really nice that we do get some new Creator Sim clothes. I'll probably find these more useful than the pet clothes, to be honest. This one's actually quite sweet because in the toddler stuff pack, they did use this kind of hand-drawn graphic for the imagination that you can see, the kids animations. So I was actually quite pleased to see them put that on a jumpsuit for kids. And there's also the superhero outfit too, which is a little bit inspired by the toddler stuff pack. So now your kids can match some of those toddler items too, which is very cute. And obviously we have some new animal themed onesies as well. For toddlers, there is a new adorable hat. I'm not sure what else we will get. I mean, I think Jill and Graham were just kind of skimming over some of the Creative Sim options, but they do have some hats. This really, really cute reptile onesie. I mean, that is adorable. I will definitely put my future child in that. And I believe one of these dogs may have that onesie as well. Yeah, so your toddler and your dog can match. Okay, I know I said I don't really use pet clothes that much, but maybe this will encourage me to use pet clothes more, because if my toddler and pet can match, both my babies match, then damn, that is adorable. Some of the more refined base game clothes can also be looking very dapper there. Dapper Dalmatian fashion. The iconic Bob Pancakes nightgown can now be given to your pets as well. If you guys have forgotten what that nightgown looks like, they're about to show it just here. And that looks like a new t-shirt as well. So yeah, that is the nightgown. And then of course it matches the dog's nightgown as well. So that's pretty fun too. One of the cutest items I actually noticed in the trailer is this banana outfit. I just thought that was so funny on a Dalmatian, obviously, because the spots from the Dalmatian's fur is on a half kind of over-ripened banana, but you can even get the banana fully ripened without any marks on it, which is quite hilarious that they go to that much detail. I mean, after seeing the laundry stuff pack, trust Graham to make sure there is a ripe banana and an overripe banana available. So that's probably my favorite outfit so far that I've seen. I love a good pet nanny outfit. There's also the astronaut outfit, which is a bit of fun. I mean, obviously they're going through some of the new things that you can put your pets in, and it's a lot. I think it's a little bit too much for what I want in my game, but do let me know in the comments down below if you find the pet outfits to be an addition to the game that you really like. For me, I think there's just a little bit too much emphasis on it, especially when it means that the stuff pack isn't available for everyone. It kind of makes me think, well, was it worth it? I don't know. There's also some new cat onesies too that do match the toddler onesies and some of the kid onesies. So your cats will get to wear onesies too. Don't worry if you're a cat lover, it's not just for dogs. That is the gorgeous toddler cap. I love it. It's so cute. And obviously all of these pet clothes and pet themed objects, which we'll see soon, is I think more directed at a kid audience, or at least it's more for your child Sims for furniture in their rooms. Is it particularly something I wanted in the game? Probably not. I would have preferred to see this kind of thing implemented into a game pack, like a pet shop game pack where you might get pet shops and reptiles and birds, as well as the hamsters we're getting in this pack. I am a little bit confused as to why this stuff has come out so quickly after cats and dogs, and why it's got like one kind of pet item. It's just confusing. It just seems a bit odd to me. I'm not really sure what's going on behind the scenes, but yeah, not sure. There are a few new t-shirts here for kids. I think those are for adults as well. At least we did see a sneak peek at one t-shirt for adults, so maybe they're matching too. And there is a new male hairstyle here. So this is kind of like a dapper, straight out of bed hairstyle, could you say? I mean, we're getting a lot more hair textures that are experimenting with curls and more volume. So that is nice to see. And then this is the female haircut, which I've got to say, I'm not big on this. I think it's great that it comes in the ombre version as well as the plain version. I'm really happy about that, but it's just not my style. I'm sure a lot of you guys will really like it, but just not for me. Okay, so then they jumped into live mode and we can see a whole heap of new furniture here. There's a new couch in the corner. You can obviously see that they've gone for a bit of like a crazy pet theme. Lots of like cat ears on chairs and a few paw prints now and here and there. And the new blinds are really nice because the new blinds actually come in single blinds, double blinds, and 3 tile width blinds or 3 window blinds. So I really appreciate that, and I am pleased that the couch comes in swatches without pet things on it, because I was a little bit like, I don't want pet stuff everywhere in this pack, so I'm glad there are some plain swatches. I don't particularly like that we have more kid-only stuff. I feel like we've got a lot of kid and toddler furniture in the game right now, so I feel like we could have gone without more kid pet stuff. However, I think it does suit the pack really well. So I can see why they went for that. Just me personally, I'm not really keen for more kid furniture. You can see some of the swatches here on the blinds. Nice to see a plain white one. A new round table on the right there, new shelf, new kids coloring table. And I've got to say that there is such a cute little beanbag just on the left there. It's like a bunny lying down. I've got to say, I love that. This is so adorable. I love how it's eating the strawberry. I mean, this is super kitty, but I freaking love it. Like, how cute is that? That is adorable. There's also a new rug here, turtle rug. I like how there is some plain versions of the rug. There isn't, like, it's animal print inspired, but it's not like literally an animal or a ladybug. The ladybug's actually really cool, and the frog is pretty cool. But again, it's very like kid stuff. I don't know how many people would want that in their lounge room. I mean, maybe you would. I could be wrong, but for me, probably not. I do like these plain colors. Thank you very much for putting in the plain colors. That makes me happy. So I can't complain about that rug at all. I think they did well with that. New monster pet bed is awesome. I love that pet bed. This is something that isn't just for kids. Like, this is something that a lot of adults would get their pets. So I like that that's versatile, and I just think the monster is so cute, and there's like a lettuce with a piece of cheese and tomato on it. It looks like they're going for some like steaks and bacon graphics to go with the pet idea. An egg there. The egg's pretty cool. Obviously, that won't sit well with a few people, but I think it's funny and humorous, and a watermelon too. So Yeah, my favorite's actually the monster face. I could have actually enjoyed having more monster face swatches. But then again, we'll see when we go through them how many we get when we review the pack. This light is a bit cute. Again, I guess it's a bit kiddie, but then you could use it in a like teens room or adult room. Now, this is a new wall decal that was in the trailer that's obviously like hamster tubing. But what I actually really like about this is it's obviously deconstructed and you piece it together and you can make it as big or as small as you like. I thought that was pretty cool because we've never seen that in the game before. So I think that's adorable. And look at that. It's like a blown up kitty inside, like just trying to fit into the little tube. It's pretty adorable. So you can see kind of how the pieces move around there. They appear as different swatches, I think. So yeah, that's kind of cool that you can kind of go through the swatches and get different shapes to kind of create your own wall decal. There are some new pet objects and cat objects. I definitely think players are going to enjoy putting these in their games because we were kind of restricted with how much cats and dogs stuff we did actually get in The Sims 4 Cats and Dogs. Our first ever round coffee table in The Sims 4. The fish are already in it. You don't need to purchase fish to put them in your coffee table. They just come with the object. But I do have a little criticism for this. I mean, it's cool to get a fish swimming coffee table, but why we don't have a just plain round glass coffee table? Could they have not just, you know, moved the fish out of it and maybe removed the glass sides just as one of the swatches? I would have really liked that. I don't know, maybe they have. Maybe I'll find out when I review the pack they have, and if that's the case, I'll be really stoked, but they didn't show that in this live stream that I saw. So it's kind of annoying when you get something that's really fun, like a fish in coffee table idea where you go, that's so cool, but like, it's not really realistic. I really would like just a round coffee table. I'm gonna use that way more than a fish tank coffee table. One thing that I'm actually really enjoying in this pack is some of the textures. I do like the look of the textures in this pack. Like that light, it's kind of got that semi-transparent plasticky look about it. The couches have, how do I explain this? Like a real sheen across them. I don't think the couches look plastic at all. I think they look like a cartoonish Sims 4 fabric couch, which I really like. And I actually really like how they've done this object, the hamster cage or the critter cage. A lot of you guys, or a few of you guys were commenting in my last video that you didn't like the textures in this pack. I really like them. I think it looks really, really good. So it's always interesting to see how everyone's thoughts and ideas differ on this. We will go back to the critter cage or the critter enclosure, but I did just want to show you guys that there are a few new wall decals. They're very pet themed by the looks of things, and there is a modern pet door, which I was really, really excited about because obviously the existing cats and dogs pet doors that we have are not modern, they're more traditional, so it was very hard to kind of put them in your modern homes. So I'm really glad that they have put that in this pack. That's definitely a plus for me. Okay, so let's go to the critter cage here. So obviously this pack does introduce some new pets for your Sims. When they say new pets, these pets are not going to be part of your like household slots. They are not going to take up a family member slot in your home. You are not going to be able to edit them and create a sim. This is more like an object with pets in them. So obviously right here we have a cute little hamster that this boy is patting and petting, and it's really, really cute. You do need to look after them. They can die. If you don't feed them, they can starve. You need to feed them each day. You need to clean their enclosure maybe, I think they said once every 3 days. If your pet dies, you can purchase a new pet for 300 simoleons. And you can name your pet as well, so it can be a little bit more personal, and you will gain a relationship with your pet. If you are not very nice to your pet and you don't get along, your relationship will decrease and they will be more likely to bite you or hurt you, which is actually going to possibly lead to a life-threatening illness or infection, which I will tell you guys all about in just a little while. So that is pretty interesting. You do need to keep an eye on the enclosure and your pet. If you hover over the enclosure, it'll actually tell you how your pet is going with their needs. So whether they need more attention, if they are hungry, and if they need activity. So there you go. You can see how your pet is doing, and you've just got to keep an eye on that to make sure that they live a long and prosperous life. I think pets will eventually die from old age after about 3 sim weeks. So I think that's a pretty good amount of time in the game. And I don't know if that becomes longer or shorter depending on your Sims lifespan in your settings. I don't know about that. So there are 4 different types of little critters. You can have a mouse. So here is a little mouse. I think that's a mouse, or is that a rat? Oh no, that's a rat. I used to have pet rats actually. Fun fact. But yes, you can have a pet rat. This little weird ram looking thing is actually one of the void critters that are in the game. And I think it's called like a baboose or something. So that's a funny little creature that is make-believe in The Sims. Very cute though. You can have a hedgehog. Look how cute this animation is. And if I had sound on, I think they squeak and make little noises too, which is really adorable. And of course you can have the hamster as well, which we saw earlier in the live stream. So whilst your pets are living and you're not playing with them or giving them attention, they will also get up to their own things. So, you know, your pets can actually end up getting some book royalties. They may have a dance rave late at night in their cage. You might see them having a rave. They might be doing some experiments in their little garage in their cage where like a bomb will explode and there's an explosion in there. And we also saw in the trailer that they can take off in a rocket ship and actually travel to different places. If they do travel to different places, I think in their rocket ship, they can bring back postcards, which you can see here stuck onto the cage. So there is a new collectible in the base game. We do have postcards as a collectible, but your pets can now get more of those postcards and they can be added to your existing postcard collection. So that's a little bit cute. Also, if you don't want your pets doing those more humorous things in your game and you just want like a normal pet without pets, you know, taking off in rockets and coming out with notifications, that is absolutely fine. I think you can give them some kind of treat. You can buy it online and it's some kind of IQ lowering treat. So if you feed them that, then you won't get any of these kind of more silly notifications if you're more of a serious player. Now, something that I am hugely excited about, which makes me think it's definitely worth getting this pack, is that there is a new death type. And it's actually a little bit more intense than usual deaths, maybe you could say. It is called the rabbit rodent fever. And basically, if you have a poor relationship with your pets and their cage is dirty, and you pick up that pet when its cage has been dirty and it bites you, you may contract this disease. You can, of course, get the disease dealt with immediately. You can go online and buy some kind of medicine to make your sim feel better. But if you leave it, it will cross into different stages. Your sims will, you know, start sweating more. They will throw up in the toilet. They will always need to go to the toilet. Their hygiene will decrease. And you may need to quarantine them because that's exactly what Graham's done here. This girl is in her own little quarantine area because the infection can spread. It is airborne spreading. You don't even have to contact another sim, but if they spend time with another sim can catch it and then they can become, or the illness can become fatal for them as well. So it can like spread around your household. You can give it to other townies in your neighborhood. The only thing is you probably don't want all of your households dying. So if a neighbor gets sick, if you are not playing them as an active household, they'll eventually overcome the illness. So they won't just die. Only your immediate household can contract and die from this illness. So right now, Graham was getting these two guys to spend a little bit of time together. It's probably especially unhygienic that he had the sim come in while she was on the toilet. I don't know, maybe that would make him contract it more easily. And this is actually a throwback to The Sims 1. I think there was a guinea pig disease if you guys played The Sims 1. So it's a nice little throwback to that. And I think in The Sims 1, your whole town could get infected. I can't really remember, but it was a pretty bad epidemic in The Sims. So this is a little less, a little more controlled. They've been a bit kinder in The Sims 4. However, I do think that this guy is about to contract the illness. Okay, so this other sim, Connor, has now contracted the illness. So it's saying his head is starting to ache and there's a tickle in the back of his throat. It seems he may have contracted a serious sickness. So he is now like stage 1. And he's got the rodent disease. If he doesn't take care of it, it'll go into the next stage and worsen. And you know, he'll start coughing, he'll look like he's sweating, and it'll become worse and worse. So they actually do show now that he can overcome this illness really quickly and easily by getting the right medication. So at the computer, he's done a little bit of research and found out rabid rodent fever is a dangerous disease left untreated. So now he can go and buy a couple of things. One is a preventative serum and the other one is a serum that will completely get rid of it. So easy to overcome if you don't want your Sims to die, but if you leave it for a while, your Sims will pass away, sadly. But they have one of the best death animations I've ever seen and also one of the funniest ghosts. So let's take a look at that. Okay, so right now this Sim is about to die. She's really sweating. Her needs are really down. She's been feeling pretty tense. She constantly has been going to the bathroom and now she has begun frothing at the mouth. She's doing like a little hamster rodent kind of animation and she just drops dead just like that. So yeah, pretty amazing death animation. I thought it was pretty detailed that she was actually frothing at the mouth and doing a little like humorous hamster movements to lighten it up a bit. And of course, as normal, the Grim Reaper is going to take her life and she's going to disappear and have the regular gravestone. Now, if you guys would like to see the ghost, this is it. It's actually a hamster costume ghost. Like, she looks like a giant hamster who is frothing at the mouth. I've got to say, I think that's the best ghost we have so far in the game. I think it's pretty awesome. But if you do not like that ghost and you want your Sim to be a normal ghost, you can add the ghost to your household, you can go to the computer, and you can drink a serum and it will return your ghost to a human ghost form. So here we are purchasing the remedy, and now this ghost, Sophie, is actually going to turn into a regular ghost Sim. So that is kind of good that they've made sure that players can have that option if they don't kind of want that stupid aspect in the game. I think it's really funny, but you might not. So there is an option to go back to normal there and to be a little bit more realistic. Even though ghosts aren't realistic, well, I mean, that's up to you. So there you go. Those are some of the main parts of the live stream. Of course, if you guys want to watch it in full, it goes for just over an hour. I'll link it in the description down below so you guys can check it out if you have the time to. But I hope this video helped give you guys some quick information. And of course, as soon as I get my hands on the pack, I will be doing a full review of it. We'll look at all the build and buy, we'll look at all the creator sim and creator pet items, and we'll also be checking out the gameplay. So if you guys want to see that, do make sure you turn on my notifications and subscribe for more videos and comment down below what you think of this pack. I'm gonna hold off for my full review of this pack when I have my own hands on the game. I think I'll talk about it then when I've fully been able to play it. Anyway, you guys, I hope you're having a lovely morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world, and I can't wait to speak to you guys soon. And share my new LP with you guys, yay! Maybe we'll have to include rodent death. We so have to do that. Anyway, guys, I'll speak to you soon. Love you!